My name is Jason Dietz, and I run the roofing division for Technicare. We always do an insurance style inspection. I was an insurance adjuster for 16 years, so I know exactly how they do their inspections and exactly what they're looking for. What they're looking for wind is amount of damaged shingles as a result of wind. Hail damage, they'll do more of like what I have done here, where we mark out a 10 by 10 foot square area. And in that 10 foot 10 square area, that's going to be an example or indicative of what's going on the rest of the roof. If we find a certain amount of hail spots within this 10 by 10 foot area, then the insurance company says, okay, well, we know if that has happened in this 10 foot by 10 foot area, then that must be consistent throughout the entire surface coverage area of the roof. So if we find 8 hail hits within this 10-foot area, we know that there should be 8 hail hits throughout the rest of the roof slope area. So yes, we'll go ahead and replace the roof. I was on the insurance side for 16 years as an adjuster, and so I learned all of the tricks of the trade. I learned how to get roofs and projects approved. I use the same estimating software system as the insurance company. I'm able to maximize the amount of claim and present the damage at a property in a way that makes the insurance company to where they see, yes, okay, we do see what's happened here, we see the story, and we do agree that we should be compensating the homeowner for these things. So as far as how accurate we are at determining whether a roof will be paid for by insurance, at Technicare we have experienced about a 97% success rate. There's many reasons for this, but our experience and time working with claims in the insurance industry gives us a very good working knowledge of what an insurance company will pay for, why, and when. When we do have a homeowner file a claim, we're only having a homeowner file that claim when we're very sure of the insurance company paying for that. We experience about a 97% success rate.
So far, the insurance process has been super easy. I called my insurance company, I made a claim. Jason actually spoke with them directly. Funny thing, he knew the adjuster already.
I know most of them. They run in the territory here, so I know most of the claims adjusters with most of the major insurance companies on a first-name basis. We've got a great relationship with most of them. We're happy to see each other when we show up at that property together. It's definitely not a combative situation. The insurance companies know that there's going to be claims filed. They like to work with contractors that they know and trust. We're one of those companies. So when they see us out at the property, I've had a lot of insurance adjusters tell me that they're happy that I'm the one that showed up at that property, that we're the company that showed up at that property.
Super easy to file a claim. All I did was make a phone call. It took me probably less than 3 minutes. I just gave them my information and let them know that Jason would be calling them as well.
We'll do a full property inspection with that insurance adjuster. I'll point out all the things that we've seen or that the homeowner might want for me to point out to them, and we'll come to an agreement on what we see, what was the cause of the damage. From that point, the insurance company is going to create an estimate, and that's going to be an estimate that they say, yes, we agree that there are damages as a result of a covered peril. Here is what we saw, and here is the standard dollar amount that is awarded for these types of damages in your particular zip code area. Sometimes when we just take that estimate and say, yes, we agree with the pricing, we like it, we use the same computer estimating software program as the insurance company. We make sure that we come to an agreement on what that claim amount is. We maximize the dollar amount that the insurance company is paying for that homeowner. That way they're sure that they're going to get the best product, the best warranties, the best labor that they can afford.
I've used Technicare for many of their services in the past. I trust them. They have a great staff and their service is exceptional. So I didn't think of anybody else.
We have been using Technicare for probably 7 years since we moved into this house.
I would say I've been using Technicare for at least 10 years. I'd have to look, it could even be longer than that.
I've been using Technicare for probably about 15 years.
Probably been almost 20 years.
Everybody is super friendly, very professional. They are wonderful.
The reputation of Technicare, the quality work they do, the quality individuals that work for them, I mean, that all just gets packaged together. When you call Technicare, you know everything's going to be handled correctly.
The employees are always wonderful, they're friendly. I love that I can go to one company that I can trust for everything.
A lot of my tenants will look and say, oh, well, we might be able to find someone cheaper. And they have yet to find anybody that is cheaper for the quality of the service that's being performed for them.
Technicare is reliable, they're friendly, they're professional, and they're very consistent with their services.
Family-owned business that is reliable.
Technicare is letting us prioritize the other aspects of our life and not those things that we don't really want to do.
So the day of the roof build generally looks something like this. And every roof build is a little bit different. Sometimes we may be delivering those materials to the rooftop. Sometimes those materials might get delivered to the ground. But what will happen is the dumpster will be delivered, the materials will be delivered. So we're very adamant about protecting landscaping. We're very adamant about protecting the gutter systems that already are on the property. So we are super adamant about our protection process, and we go the extra mile and use additional products that I actually have never seen any other roofing company in the area use. Again, our cleanup is something that we're very much a stickler about. We at Technicare go the extra mile. Probably the most important is customer service. I don't care what it takes, we do what it takes to make that homeowner happy. We believe in doing things on a higher caliber level than what I think a lot of roofing companies out there do.
Having Jason managing the roofing division at Technicare, the company that he had already started, is exciting mostly because of trust. Someone that we've known, that we know we can trust, that we know that we can trust our clients' homes with. It was like a slam dunk with him stepping up.
So I've been in the roofing industry for about 16 years. Decided to start my own company about 3 years ago. Our customers loved my company so much because we were honest. Coming from the insurance adjusting side, again, I know what the insurance companies are looking for, what may be paid for and what may not be paid for, what's claimable, what's not claimable. We're always honest about that. There's a lot of roofs that we actually get off of and tell the homeowner, don't think that you should pursue a claims process for these damages because they're not something that an insurance company would cover.
So my feeling on Jason's service philosophy and how it kind of meshes with the Technicare philosophy is one of the biggest reasons that I feel like we've come together. And it truly is make sure that it's done right the first time. Make sure that each step of the process you're thinking about the customer and how they would feel about what you're doing at their house.
I'm super excited about this merge because we know that we have something here that's going to be great. But one of the things I think is most awesome about this is getting to do it with friends. For me, being able to merge with a company that does so much for the local community, pays it forward so much like they do, gives back to the community, and is also doing incredible things like drilling and building wells for struggling communities in Africa, and I get to be part of that now. This is just the most exciting thing, honestly, that's ever happened to me in my life.
When we looked at this whole project, Sunset Exteriors, we looked at how their clients reviewed them. We looked at, all the feedback that they had gotten, and it looked very similar to a lot of feedback that we get. It was just a no-brainer when we looked at the two companies and how closely related their customer service is.
We know that Technicare for 25 years or so has built their business around customer service. We at Sunset Roofing had the same approach towards our roofing business. In talking with Eric and Mike, we realized that we did things much in the same way, merging our trades, our industries, merging our customer service philosophy just made sense. Eric and Mike and I all grew up together, and at this point you could almost consider us brothers as much as friends.
Our families have been family friends for many, many years. He was actually my brother's best friend, Eric. Whenever your brother has a best friend, they end up becoming one of your best friends also.
Mike was, of course, always the big brother who was always picking on us and giving us noogies. You know how big brothers do. 35 years later, here we are, and still getting noogies from Mike.
When Jason worked for Technicare, when it was just window cleaning, that's originally when he learned about ladder work and a lot of things about the exterior of a house. So that was kind of like his start into exteriors. And now he's just completely blown it out of the water with knowledge, just tons of background knowledge.
So I learned a lot about systems and customer service from Eric and Mike and Technicare, and I certainly applied those to running my own business. I believe in systems, finding something that works, finding a system that works and duplicating it. Honestly, one of the things that I took from Technicare and applied it to my own business was able to see the fruits of those labors, and now we have the benefit of merging together and experiencing the fruits together.